5 of the most capable frontier AI models, 20 benchmarks across 4 categories. Here's exactly how they compare, number by number. The 5 models: Muse Spark in thinking mode, Claude Opus 4.6 Max, Gemini 3.1 Pro High, GPT 5.4 X High, and Grok 4.2 in reasoning mode, all tested at their highest capability settings. Multimodal: how well they understand images, screenshots, and visual data. On Shark-Sci reasoning, figure understanding, Muse Spark leads at 86.4, followed by GPT 5.4 at 82.8, Gemini at 80.2, Opus at 65.3, and Grok at 60.9. On MMUU Pro multimodal understanding, Gemini takes the top spot at 83.9, GPT close behind at 81.2, Muse Spark at 80.4. On embodied reasoning, ERQA, Gemini again leads at 69.4, GPT at 64.4, Muse Spark at 64.7. Screenshot localization with Python, ScreenSpot Pro sees GPT lead at 85.4, Gemini at 84.4, Muse Spark at 84.1. Multi-step visual reasoning on ZeroBench gives GPT the edge at 41.0, Muse Spark at 33.0, Gemini at 29.0. Text in reasoning, the core intelligence benchmarks. GPQA Diamond PhD-level reasoning is dominated by Gemini at 94.3, GPT at 92.8, Opus at 92.7, and Muse Spark strong at 89.5. On Humanities Lost Exam with Tools, GPT leads narrowly at 52.1, Opus at 53.1, Gemini at 51.4, Muse Spark at 50.4. ARC-AGI-2 Abstract Reasoning, Gemini leads at 76.5, GPT at 76.1, Opus at 63.3, Muse Spark at 42.5, a notable gap. Competitive coding on Live Codebench Pro sees GPT top at 87.5, Gemini at 82.9, Muse Spark at 80.0, Opus at 70.7. Health, medical reasoning, and clinical queries. Health Bench Hard is where the gaps are most dramatic. Muse Spark leads at 42.8, GPT at 40.1, Gemini at 20.6, Opus at only 14.8. On MedExpert QA Multimodal, Gemini leads at 81.3, GPT at 77.1, Muse Spark at 78.4, Opus at 64.8. Agentic, real-world autonomous task performance. SWE Bench verified for agentic coding, Opus leads at 80.8, Gemini at 80.6, Muse Spark at 77.4. On Deep Search QA Agentic Search, Muse Spark leads at 74.8, Opus close at 73.7. The Tau Bench Telecom for agent tool use, Grok surprisingly leads at 96.5, Gemini at 95.6, Muse Spark at 91.5, Opus at 92.1. And the GDP Val AALO for office tasks, GPT leads at 1672. Opus strong at 1606, Muse Spark at 1444, Grok lowest at 1055. The bottom line? No single model wins everything. Gemini 3.1 Pro dominates reasoning and medical tasks. GPT 5.4 leads on multimodal and agentic office work. Opus 4.6 excels on coding and PhD-level reasoning. Muse Spark surprises on health and figure understanding. And Grok 4.2, despite lower overall scores, leads on agent tool use. Choose your model based on what your application actually needs, not on who claims the top benchmark headline.